Hello, good day, everyone. Good day, dear fans. Good day, lovely ones. I'm always so happy to come to join us on the our conversation channel, Emira Speaks. I have come to speak with us today, to talk with us, to share with us, and we'll be glad and happy if you can give in your contribution. So also you can do well to subscribe to my channel so that you can follow me on niche my niche that I have great passion for discussing about marriage, relationship, parenting, and other topics we want us to talk about as you suggest to bring them on. You're welcome. Today, I just want to share with us that it is very good and very nice to live a peaceful life, to have a peaceful home, especially in your marriage. It is very good when you love somebody and the person loves you back. It is so good for couples to live in harmony, in peace, joy, love, and understanding. And this definitely extends to the children. The children will live happily seeing their parents living with understanding and happily. The kids definitely will emulate them. The kids will not witness arguments from parents, misunderstanding, emotional traumas, and hurts and different type of option or happiness in the home. Usually it extends to the children, and we don't want this to happen. So this brings me to discuss with us these 10 basic issues to avoid in marriage so that we can have a blissful time with each other. Marriage is a lifelong relationship. It's not a temporary relationship. It's not something that you go in and come out of it again. We don't pray it happens. So you have to tackle and handle some basic issues correctly so that you can make it blissful. The two will have to work together to make things happen. And these 10 basic issues are the ones you need to avoid because they are the issues causing misunderstanding, that causes emotional trauma and discord in home. So I'm going to touch on the 10 basic issues, and please try to avoid them. Please try to calm down and give each other that chance. Give each other space to understand yourself so that peace can reign. The first one is to avoid communication issues. You need to avoid communication issues. If you have been having issues or challenges with communication issue with your family, with your spouse, look into it and see what happens. Is it your fault? Is it your spouse's fault? There are various communication issues that can happen. If You are both not giving listening ear to each other when there is need to express concerns, when there is need to bring up ideas or issues that need to be corrected. If you are not both aligned one to speak out, if you throw tantrums when your partner expresses his or her concerns, each or her dislike, when you decide to drop anger, your partner, he wants to keep quiet, but this is not going down with him or her. Having something that is trust, never you in communication, which is keeping malice, this is not a good way at all. It doesn't show maturity in you when you keep malice. You don't need to get cold in communication. You don't need to keep malice. Speak out. Call your spouse's attention. Look for a favorable time where you can have a peaceful environment. It could be in the night while the children are sleeping. You can wake up your spouse and call up attention that you need to talk. And do not do this in anger. Put up your humility and meekness behavior to speak out. You don't need to shout to raise your voice. You don't need to be argumentative. You don't need to be disrespectful to your spouse while talking. You don't need to make references to past mistakes that has been corrected. When you are tackling this present mistake, it is wrong to make references to the past one. This is the way to get each other's attention. And you always allow this dispute resolution to end with new things, improvements in behaviors, promises that this will not happen again. Apologize when need be. Do not ever feel big. Never feel too much for you to apologize. Apologize doesn't even take anything from you. Your apology should be the calming one. With your humility, do not give an apology that you are just saying it just for saying sake. And go on, continue with your life. End the discussion with kisses and hugs, and make new things. Prepare new dish, nice dish, and eat together. Another one is you don't have to ignore each other's boundaries. These boundaries must have been set probably when you were courting. It is always good to look into each other's boundaries while you were courting. And this will allow you to pay attention to your values, your do's, your don'ts, your dislikes. Your boundaries even include your culture, your tradition, your family life, your upbringing, what you eat, what you don't eat, what you like, what you don't like, your religion, and a lot more of these are your set boundaries. You can, while sharing boundaries, you can let your partner know about your weaknesses, and let your partner know that you are ready to be helped. Let your partner know your weaknesses. There's no no shaming in that. Let your partner know your weaknesses. Definitely, your partner will pick you up from there and help you. So, boundaries are set. You know this, and both spouses should never ignore boundaries. Both of you should respect each other's boundaries and not disrespecting or ignoring each other's boundaries. Like the for the woman, what your husband don't eat, it may be a taboo culturally from his place or a dislike to him. Do not give him. Do not give him. You may prepare it for yourself, but do not give him. So respect set boundaries, known boundaries for you both. It will definitely not give room to misunderstanding. And your marriage will continually be blissful. Also, do not deprive yourself of sexual intimacy because you had misunderstanding, you are displeased with some issues, some behaviors from your spouse. You now decide to deprive your spouse of sexual intimacy, even physical intimacy. Even by this, you may decide to separate rooms, separate beds. This is not right. That is why you are supposed to settle whatever has gone wrong in time, so that there will be no deprivation of anything. So, not letting understanding transform into a heated one, aborting a misunderstanding when you see it coming is very, very necessary. But do not ever deprive your partner of sexual intimacy. When you do, this leads to suspicion in you that definitely, if you are not having it elsewhere, if you are not having an extramarital activity, you will not deprive your spouse of sexual intimacy, especially when your spouse know that you have this all the time, frequently. Your spouse understand that you can't do without this, and suddenly you stop having it. Definitely, your partner will become suspicious that something is happening. You are getting satisfaction outside. That is why you can deprive him or her. So, do not be lacking in sexual intimacy because of any misunderstanding. Perhaps if you see this coming, you're probably you are not feeling too well, something has gone wrong, why you are not able. You should allow your partner know in time. They don't have to wait for your partner to come with his request before you are telling your partner that you are not ready. So, do not ever deprive each other of sexual intimacy. Also, avoid quarrels and misunderstanding coming from money issues. Sorry, my ring light has gone off. Sorry, let me put it back. So, I think this thing gets heated up, and this is not charging too. Sorry, please. I need to put everything on. I don't know why it actually went off. Oh no, and it's a bit dark. So let's go on. My ring light is not coming on. So sorry. So avoid quarrels and misunderstanding about money. Money is good. It's the root, the root of uh, everything. Does everything at the same time. It can cause a lot of problem. Do not ever allow money issues to lead to your misunderstanding. Have a spending understanding between each other. You may decide to have a joint account while the spending being controlled and monitored by the two of you. You may decide to have your accounts maintained differently, but have a family budget plan. When you have a family budget plan, there will be no cause to misunderstand each other on money issue or financial issue. When you both discuss together and have a budget plan, if it's monthly, if it's annually, in this you'll be able to distribute your income in different ways, in percentage measures. Like 50% can be for your needs, all your needs at home. The 30% can be for your wants that may arise unexpectedly. Then the remaining 20% can be for your savings. You may either want to save individually or jointly. We'll have savings. Invest. Try to invest and have savings. You don't have any reason to spend all. When you have a family budget in the family, you have set goals of what to spend your income on end of the month. There will be no need having issues. You definitely have distributed roles. Who to buy this, who to take up this, who to take up that. And it works for some people. I'm sure it can work for you too. So avoid misunderstanding about money issues. Perhaps if you are married to a stingy partner, you have to do extra work by encouraging your partner on spending attitude, on giving attitude. You have to do it with great understanding. This quarrel, you must have known this at the earlier time when you were courting, that this partner is probably a stingy person. You have to manage it. Let your partner know the reward of sharing what he or she has. So when you have this budget plan, your financial planning will definitely be straight. The sixth one is to understand your value difference. Understand your value difference, knowing fully well where you are both coming from. Perhaps you are coming from different backgrounds. You understand that you have cultural, traditional, religious and many other differences. And so you have to understand and value your difference. You know each other's difference, you know weaknesses, you know strengths. Understand your spouse's strength. Understand differences, weakness, and help. Be supportive. Do not drag your partner because of his or her weaknesses. Understand the value difference. What you value, your partner may not value. You have to have the understanding so that you meet midway. And with time, you'll be able to harmonize your values. You have to give. You have to give. You have to allow. You have to bend so that value differences will not affect you. The seventh one is that understand differences in life stages. These life stages is that we are more groomed, more matured, more understanding than each other. We have individual strengths than each other. You might be married to someone who is not who does not have that strength, who has been a mommy's child, that has been having everything done for them in their home, not being able to even do anything for his or herself. And now you are in a new stage of life, the stage that you have to tolerate living with another person, which is your spouse, probably relations. You have to live with children making noise, coming to you for everything, which your spouse might not be used to. You have to understand this for your spouse and do not let it lead to any quarrel. Understand the different stage of life that your spouse has come into now and help manage that new stage. Help your spouse to come into that new stage, live in it and stand in it. So do not let that look as if your spouse doesn't care, your spouse is irritable, your spouse is not tolerant, not patient. No. Adjusting to a different stage of life, it's like that. It takes time. Some spouse may be missing home at that age that they have gotten married, and they were not forced into leaving home. But you can see them missing home, missing mommy, missing daddy, missing the other spouses, other siblings. Sorry, excuse me. Your spouse may be homesick, missing other siblings, non spouses, now finding himself with a new person, starting a new life, having to take decisions which he or she might have not been taking. So understand the different life stage and stages and help your spouse to go through these stages. It takes time for some people to adjust, but you need to be supportive. There's no way one will not be better than the other. Do not allow boredom on your partner. Perhaps your spouse, perhaps is not working yet, you go to work as the husband. Do not allow boredom. Return from work, return to your spouse, and be home together. Even when you are home, don't be too tired to spend time with your spouse. Do not withdraw into the bedroom and go sleeping all day that you are tired, you are tired. Have time for each other. Have time to keep each other's company. Have time to discuss. Have time to share. Have time to play. Have time to go out on a date. Have time to travel on a vacation. Have time to attend picnic. Have time to attend church services. Have time to pray together. Create activities, engaging activities for your spouse. Lastly, jealousy. Jealousy affects your person and integrity. Sometimes you may be jealous blindly. What you are accusing your partner for could be an assumption on your own part. Jealousy may be due to assumption. You may be assuming your partner is looking out, and it could just be an assumption. Find a way to ask from your partner what is happening, what you are hearing. Find a way. Do not go moody on it, and it will take a long time for you to reel out what is bothering you. No. As it is, as it comes, ask your spouse for confirmation and believe him because you trust him. Do not let that love diminish. When you are jealous, you tend to lose your integrity and the integrity of that relationship, because each time is going to cause problem and it will leave a dent on the relationship. Trust your spouse. That trust you had and you decided to get married, let that trust live and let love live. Do not be jealous so as not to destroy your relationship. Jealousy makes you lose respect, makes you lose regard, belittles you to your partner, especially if you are just assuming, especially if your partner is not doing anything as you are suspecting. Suspicion leads you to a great problem. Listening to gossips that are not happy that you are having a blissful marriage leads you into problem. You and your spouse alone. Do not listen to gossip. Some friends really want to spoil your mind. Probably you have been reading out how your husband has been loving and caring to you, to that your friend. And one day, that your friend will want to create unhappiness in you, will want to create disconnect between you and your spouse. So we want to see you having misunderstanding all the time so that you can call them in to come and intervene. By this, you reel out things that you are not supposed to reel out. You expose yourself. So keep jealousy out of it. I hope my conversation has helped somebody today. I hope it has touched a life today. If I have made sense to you today, do well to show it by liking this video. Just hit the like button, the love button. Write your own comments in the chat box. What do you think about my discussion? Write your contribution. What area out of the 10 points you want me to still touch on for you? You may want to share if you're having issues with this issues in your home, with this topic I have mentioned. You may want to share it. Let's talk heart to heart. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, that notification bell, and go to tap on all so that you can be notified each time your girl come up again to share with us. So thank you for listening, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, for subscribing. So I'll see you next time again. Bye bye. God bless.